Continue space exploration now. Persuasive speech. The United States should continue to support an active program of space exploration. Opponents of such a policy have blustered that space exploration is a waste of resources. Why spend money on rockets, they argue, when desperate needs here on Earth are so acute? Billions of the planet's inhabitants struggle from day to day. The numbing curses of war, famine, and poverty cry out for attention and relief. For all but the most stubborn and headstrong, however, this argument can be convincingly refuted. For the entire duration of the space program's existence, a little more than half a century, the budget of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, has averaged under 1% of total federal annual expenditures. One must keep these numbers in perspective. In a country where appetites are often ravenous, Americans spend nearly 20 times more money at restaurants every year than the government spends on NASA. Even a brief synopsis of costs and budgets shows that space exploration does not account for major outlays. But how about astronaut safety? Opponents in the fray over space policy point to the risks of human spaceflight. They argue that these risks justify an end to space exploration. It is true that the space shuttle disasters of 1986 and 2003 marked major setbacks for NASA. In over 50 years, however, only 18 people worldwide have died in space flights. This one facet of the debate over future policy certainly elicits strong emotions. Yet the vast majority of astronauts undergo rigorous training. To pacify the critics, some have suggested that space flights should depend on robotics, which are less costly and risky than manned flights. It may well be cheaper and safer to organize unmanned missions into space. Human intelligence and flexibility, though, will still be invaluable for many purposes. Astronauts, moreover, have served as powerful role models for generations of young people. Fidelity to balance and fairness demands an evaluation of the numerous benefits derived from the space program so far. These include many advances in technology. What are some of these breakthroughs? Among them are satellites, microchips, and fuel cells. Take just one example. Satellites have vastly improved global communications. Better weather forecasts from satellites save lives. More accurate data make research on climate change possible. The demands and challenges of space exploration have meant that scientists and inventors can't risk being complacent. Ever bolder objectives in space require ever more ingenious responses. Finally, the most important reason to press on in space is psychological, not material. The writer and inventor Arthur C. Clarke won fame for his achievements in science and science fiction. In one essay, Clarke offered this insightful commentary on human nature. He said that civilization cannot exist without new frontiers, and that people have a physical and spiritual need for them. Clarke was right. The fascination with the Apollo 11 moon landing of July 1969 swept the world. Humanity should continue to press forward in space. This effort is not so much to explore space's eerie depths, but rather to explore the soul and timeless aspirations of humans themselves.
Acute. Acute. Acute is an adjective with several meanings, including with a sharp point, keen and alert, sharp and severe, or rising quickly to a high point and lasting for a short time. A person with poor eyesight may have an acute sense of hearing, or a person may suffer from acute attacks of indigestion. Now you say acute. Repeat the word. Bluster. Bluster. Bluster functions as two parts of speech. It can be used as a verb meaning to talk or act in a noisy and threatening way, or to blow in stormy gusts. Some angry voters may attempt to bluster their way into a senator's office. Bluster can also be used as a noun that means loud and threatening speech. No one was frightened by the bully's bluster. Now you try bluster. One more time. Bungle. Bungle. Bungle is a verb meaning to act clumsily and awkwardly, or to ruin through clumsiness. Stage fright may cause an inexperienced performer to bungle his or her lines. And a surgeon who bungles an operation may be sued for malpractice. Now it's your turn. Say bungle. And again. Commentary. Commentary. Commentary is a noun, meaning notes clarifying or explaining something, or an expression of opinion. A theologian may write a commentary on one of the books of the Bible, or a panel of reporters may offer interesting commentary on the President's State of the Union address. Now you say commentary. Repeat the word. Duration. Duration. Duration is a noun meaning the length of time something continues or lasts. Airplane passengers are advised to keep their seatbelts fastened securely for the duration of the flight. And it is a good idea to keep snow tires on your car for the duration of the winter. Your turn. Say duration. Once again. Eerie. Eerie. Eerie is an adjective meaning causing fear because of strangeness or weird or mysterious. Eerie music may help to make a horror movie scary. Also, at dawn, a rainforest may be filled with the eerie sounds of animals announcing their presence. Now let's hear you say eerie. Try the word again. Facet. Facet. Facet is a noun, meaning one of the cut surfaces of a gem, or one aspect of a subject. A diamond in an engagement ring may have many facets, or an exciting plot may be just one facet of a great novel. Your turn. Say facet. One more time. Fidelity. Fidelity. Fidelity is a noun, meaning the state of being faithful, or accuracy in details. Fidelity to friends in good times and bad is an admirable quality. And a botanical artist may be praised for the fidelity of her or his work. Now let's hear you say fidelity. And again. Fray. Fray. Fray functions as two parts of speech. It can be used as a noun that means a brawl or noisy quarrel. Several people were injured in the fray that broke out among fans of the opposing teams. Fray can also be used as a verb, meaning to wear away by rubbing, to make ragged, or to irritate. Your favorite sweater may fray at the elbows. Now you say fray. Repeat the word. Headstrong. Headstrong. Headstrong is an adjective meaning willful or stubborn. A novel may feature a beautiful and headstrong heroine. And two headstrong people may find it difficult to work together. Now it's your turn. Say headstrong. Once again. Inhabitant. Inhabitant. Inhabitant is a noun meaning a person or animal living permanently in a given place. Many summer resorts have only a small number of year-round inhabitants. Also, the giant panda is one of the most elusive inhabitants of China's bamboo forests. Now you try the word. Say inhabitant. Once more. Numb. Numb. Numb functions as two parts of speech. It can be an adjective that means having lost feeling or movement. The loss of a loved one may leave a person numb with grief. Or, numb can be a verb, meaning to dull the feelings of, or to cause to lose feeling. If your boots are too tight, they may numb your toes. Now let's hear you say numb. Try the word again. Pacify. Pacify. Pacify is a verb, meaning to make peaceful or to soothe. The manager of a store may try to pacify a dissatisfied customer. Or, some people find that music pacifies a troubled spirit. Now you say pacify. Repeat the word. Ravenous. Ravenous. Ravenous is an adjective meaning greedy, very hungry, or eager for satisfaction. Bears just coming out of hibernation are usually ravenous. And an inquisitive person may be ravenous for knowledge. Now it's your turn. Say ravenous. And again. Refute. Refute. Refute is a verb, meaning to prove incorrect. It is a defense lawyer's job to try to refute the prosecution's case. Also, newly discovered scientific data may effectively refute an old theory. Now you say refute. Try the word again. Remorse. Remorse. Remorse is a noun, meaning deep and painful regret for past misdeeds. At a sentencing hearing, a convicted criminal may express remorse for the harm he or she has done. Or, according to one philosopher, remorse sleeps during prosperous periods, but wakes up in adversity. Well, it's your turn now. Say remorse. One more time. Setback. Setback. Setback is a noun, meaning something that interferes with progress, a disappointment or defeat, or a step-like recess in a wall. A person recovering from a serious illness may unexpectedly suffer a major setback. And a person who experiences a series of business setbacks may become discouraged. Now you say setback. Repeat the word. Smug. Smug. Smug is an adjective meaning overly self-satisfied or self-righteous. A celebrity may make overly smug replies to a reporter's questions. Similarly, a smug sense of well-being may dominate someone's personality. Now let's hear you say smug. Once more. Synopsis. Synopsis. Synopsis is a noun, meaning a brief statement giving a general view of a subject, or a summary. An article in a medical journal may begin with a synopsis of the study being reported. Also, a friend may give you a synopsis of his or her plans for the future. Now you say synopsis. And again. tarry. Tarry. Tarry is a verb meaning to delay leaving, to linger, or to stay for a while. Diners in a restaurant may tarry over a second cup of coffee. And you may decide to tarry in the park on a warm autumn afternoon. Well, by now you know the drill. Say tarry. Once again,